So let's do overriding today. So what override? We will do override, extend, both on Python and API. On next session we will do override on JavaScript. Okay, so what is override and why you need that? It's considered a little bit complicated chapter in Python, but if you are a Python programmer, it's easy to understand. But even if you are not a Python programmer, I will try to explain it as simple as possible. So let's start. Why you need override first? Before you doing override, I will try to explain why you need override. Okay. So why you need override? Why you need override? I'll try to explain with an example. Okay, we'll go here. I open the ERPNext or Frappe or whatever. Here I will open bank list and you can see HSBC bank here. I'm making some changes here and saving it. It's SWIFT number. You can see it's a SWIFT number and I'm just saving it. And there is, you will see a error message, SWIFT number must be more than 8 digits. Okay, fine. That was okay until recently, last month, they revised, in the bank they revised, it's no more 8. We will accept, we need at least 11, not 8. So, if somebody make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it will accept it. But bank says we cannot accept it, we need at least 11. So how you do that? That is the first question, how you do that? Let me explain. This is of course, you know where it is. And you can find it the doc type, and I have explained in the past where to find where is it. So I will directly go to Visual Studio, VS Code, and I will try to find it. You know the directory structure, folder structure. That is, there is ERPNext is there, Frappe is there, all our modules are there, HMS is there. There are many customized modules that we are working on. It's be all there. So I will just open ERPNext because I told you how to find it in the past video. So you just follow that, and here you will find it. It's inside ERPNext, and inside that it's in accounts and in doc type, and inside the doc type it is in the bank, and inside the bank you will see there is a validate. This validate, okay, validate. If you look at this validate, you can see the code is written here. It's actually not the code. I have written to explain to you simply, but it's okay. You will see validate, many validate in many forms. You will see trash, you will see onload. Lot of things happens behind. So I will just work on this validate. So on the validate, you will see there is a SWIFT number. Length of this sequence number is, if it's less than 8, then it will throw a message. SWIFT number must be more than 8 digits. So you decided, okay, it's a simple code. So I will put it, bank asked me to put it 11. It's fine. Then I will put the message also here, 11. Okay. Then I will come back here and put it something like this. Okay. And save. What will happen? It will say, okay, SWIFT number must be more than 11 digits. Well, so your mission accomplished. Well, it's not. What happens if you directly change it on the ERPNext folder or any folder that is standard, that's not your own application, someone else's application, someone else's app? What will happen? The next time when you are trying to update the ERPNext, it will throw an error. I will show you that. So this is here. If you put a bench update, I will put this now backup because it will take some time, so I'll just put it like this. So if you are trying to update your bench, not bench, ERPNext or Frappe, or if you just put it, it will say that, it will say all the basically what is this, it will say this is the code is changed, and unless you do this Frappe update reset, they are not going to update it. The reason is it will destroy the structure. If you changing from here, they are changing from their side, and you are trying to update, entire structure will be gone, and it will be dangerous for a system will continue like that. So if you get this error, what you do, you can see why it is happening. So there is an app folder and there is an if you put git diff, you will see there are some changes happened inside this bank. Okay, you'll read it because there are some other changes also I have made. So it's just like that. So you will see this in the green letter, you can see these things you have already changed. Unless you reset it, if you type, you can continue by bench update. If you put this reset here, it will continue the update. But the point is, the changes you have made will be gone. That's the challenge. So what you will do, how you can do it in this case? So basically, you cannot make any changes on any of this folder. What I was trying to explain, ERPNext is not your code, Frappe is not your code, HRMS is not your, all of it's not your code. You need to make changes inside the app that you have created. So you can update it, you can do it in, we have explained in the past how to put it in Git and all. Refer to our past videos. So this is, you can make it here. So we have one app that's called training. Okay, so inside this training, okay, here what we will do, we will put it back as this was the original one. I'll just put control there. Okay, now it is back into 8. Okay, now I will come to our module, that is training and training. That's our app. We can do whatever here we want because it's our own. We will update it on the Git. So whenever the next update happened, it's our own code. You need not worry. So I want to put my own here. Let's say my bank.py. I'm just writing my bank.py because, well, it's just a file name. I put it like this. It's inside this, so I will just put it. So here I will write what I will write here. So this is an interesting stuff. I will write a class here, my bank. Let's say my bank. Everywhere I put here, you need to make it as a document. What is document? So we need to import document. I'll just import Frappe, import from frappe.model.document, import document. So Frappe. Okay, so then I import that document. So this is actually, this code will be available on our site, so you can just use it if you want to test your own. And I'm using autopilot, so it will come like this, but I'll try to write it my own, so you will understand. Validate self. Okay, and length is, so I will put it 11, and it should be more than 11 digits, and this I will just drop it because it will make confusion, but basically it will stop from it will stop from saving actually. So I'll just put it like this. So what happens now? I created a new file here called mybank.py and return its level. In the original one you can see it 8 and in the mybank you will see 11 digits. So if you just do it like that, what is going to happen? There will be no effect on our original bank, right? So I'll just come back here and write it. Let's say I'll just come back here on, oh god, I tried to update it and it is, okay, like now I have just updated it. I don't want to hold it, so I just updated in the back. So it's just like now what happens, let's put it here, 8 digits, it still do the same. So what we have written here on the my bank, it has no effect. It has, obviously there will be no effect because it's another app and there is no relation between the other one. But there is something called hooks that we have discussed several times. We have explained you. So if you are first time, then you can go back to our training session and see what is hooks. But inside the hooks, there is one part that is override. So I will show you how to override it. Basically, what we are planning to do now in the bank.py, this there is one validate here on the bank.py that we are going to replace with mybank.py. That's what we are going to do now. So in the hooks we have something called override doc type class. Okay, there is an example they have given here. I'm just not deleting that in case you need reference. So here what we are going to do, we will tell this hooks which class you need to replace. So I will say bank. How I got it? Here you can see it's bank, right? This class is bank and the doc type is bank. So you need to put doc type here. So this is, you can see it here. I will put here bank and then you need to put this my bank. So this my bank is where, what is the folder? It is, you can see it here, the small, it is inside the training, under again training and my bank, that's the file name, and inside that there is something called, inside that it is called my, it's a caps, small my and the caps. So I'll just put it here. So custom app is training, sorry, not here, I'll put it here, training and again training, then my bank dot my bank. Okay, this, so what it's doing there, again I am repeating, I told you already, there is a validate here on the original bank document and we have written one here on the my bank, that's a file here we have written here. The original one was for 8 digits and this one is for 11 digit, we written here. Then inside the hooks we said the original bank has to be replaced with this. So actually there are many functions inside this class. There is on load, on trash, validate, many, it can be several. And when you are overriding a class, actually we are not overriding a function, we are overriding a class. So if you are overriding only this function, because you don't see other functions here, only one function is here, right? That means even you have several functions inside the class, but you can only override one. inside the class. So this is others will continue like that. So on load and on trash it will continue like that. Only validate it will be overridden by this validate. So let's test it. This is the one. I save this all files. Now let's just I am using the search. Okay. So here I'll just 8, this is 8 digits and I'm trying to save it. I'll put 9 here. Training, actually I put it directly inside this. So wherever you want to put it, you can put it. It's not an issue because I have another file in the another folder for I used it for another session, but anyway. So here I'll just put it here. So I'll just put it here like this. So here you can see the new number. Shift number must be more than 11 digits. So this is what happens override. So what I did on that here, I just overridden. So if you want to see it again, here on the bank it is asking for 8 digits, and on the my bank it is asking for the 11 digits. So if you put it here 1 2 3 4, so it's more than 11 digits, so it will approve. But if it's 8, it's 9, it will say it need 11 digits. So this is how the overriding works. So you just replace, you create the steps that I have done, that I will tell you, that you create a new file, then you put the new procedure, new function here, then on the hooks you write old function, old class name, and not function. It's very important to remember that you are not overriding function, you are overriding classes. If you have worked with Python, you may know that. So you cannot override function, you just overriding classes. But whatever function that you are putting on the new, that's only will be affected. Other functions inside that same class, it will have no effect. So that's how we are overriding. Now let's do extend. What is the difference between override and extend? This is a Python concept. If you override a function, this is a function that you overridden. Once you overridden this function, it has no effect. Only this new one will take care. Only this new one will take care. But if you are extending it, this will also work and this will also, both will work. I mean, I will show you how it works. So it will both will have some kind of effect. So I am rewriting it. Now let's say the bank instruction changed again. So here the bank instruction, let's say, changed again. They come back to you and told you that okay, we are ready to accept 8 digits. We will accept again 8 digits, but let's say something like first three letters has to be a character like A B C D, something like that. First three letters has to be like, for this first three letters HSB. Okay, so we will continue 8 digit, but first 3 digit has to be. So what you can do in this case, you can continue this. You can continue this validate, that is there is 8 digits. Okay. Now what you will write here, you need not have it. So I will write here to find new digits. I mean first 3 letters are digits or not. So let us write here about finding first 3 digits, whether it's alpha, I mean characters or not. So I'll just let's write it here what we want. Okay, E length we are not measuring here, we already measured there. So I'll just put it cell dot shift number, we need it 3, right? 3 dot is alpha is alpha, so it should be is alpha, then you need to put a bracket in. So what it basically will do, it will check whether the first digit self dot, this is first three digits, and it's is alpha. Then if it's not, this is actually if it's the first three digits are known. Okay, so first three digits should be alphabets. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Now this is overriding. Now we haven't made an extent, it's still it is same. So okay, now you can see first three digits should be alphabet. So as far as you put it here, first three digits A, B, C, it will get an approval. It's saved. Okay, so this is I written here. So what happens now? Here it's checking whether it's more than or less than 8 digits. Then here it is checking first three digits are alphabets, but it's overridden. So basically this one is not, I mean there is no effect for this, but there is effect for this. But what we need here, if you are doing extend, we need to check this and we need to check this both. So this is something that we are going to try. Effectively we need to first check 8 digits is there or not, then we need to check first three digits are alphanumeric. So how we do that? So that is the next challenge. Let's do it. This is here. What we do, super, this is the command, my bank self dot validate. Okay, so if you put here, this is what super means. You not only, this is actually extension, you are extending the other class. Okay, this is not overriding, this you are extending the other class. So I'm just running it. So let's see how it's happening. So here save, so I'll just put it here, something like this. Oh, this super object has no attribute validate, so we have some issue here. We need to import that bank because it's saying that class is not here. So we'll just put it here, ERPNext dot accounts dot doc type dot bank import bank. This should be import ERPNext accounts doc type bank dot banks. Oh, sorry. This should be from. Okay, so now I have imported there, so that imported we can use it here. So that's how it works. So I'll just put it here 8 and save it. Oh, no attribute validate, possible source of error training app. The mistake that we are making, we have just imported, so we need to put here bank, and then let's see reset. So here if I change it here and just put putting it save. You can see it's saving, and if it's not there, then first three digits should be alphabets, that's coming from here. And if it's not eight digits, that also should come actually. So you can see both are coming here. First three digits should be alphabets and Swift number must be more than 8 digits. Actually it's happening here. This one message is coming from this, the old one, the original one, that is 8 digits, and the second one is coming from here. Actually you can see this order here. This is message about the alphabet, that's the new one, is coming on top, and this one coming on second. So what you understand is here, this, the one we return is executing first and the original one is executing next. So if you want to reverse this, like this, this should be on top and this should be on bottom. Basically execute the original one first and this one second. What you do, you just copy this, cut this and put it on top here. So what will happen, the original one will execute first and the second one will execute later. So I'll just show you, let me see it's happening. Here the original one, Swift number must be more than 8 digits and the second one is executing here. So how I have achieved it here, it's like this. The super, if it's on top of the other things, it will execute first, and if you put the super down, the original one will be executed after this. So this is how it works. Now what is our next plan? I will just show you, if you want one more function to be called from here like this. Another function that you can call from here, this is not the same, so I'll just something like another function, write something. Okay, then just put a message. So it will just display a message. So because I just want you to know that you can write more than one function that you can call from this to the second one. So it's just like that. It's not so super. So I'll just call it from here. I'll write something here. So it's calling another function, that's just to write something there. So I was just mentioning that you can call another functions from here. So it's easy. So if you want to write multiple functions on the same, or you can, I'll just show you the other thing that I wanted to show you, that is APIs. So I think this is clear that you are overriding one class with other class, and let's go to the API, how to override the API. So this is just now let's work on something something different, but it's overriding itself. We are not overriding a class here. We are going to override a whitelisted API call. I mean, it's a function itself, but I will just call something that I always use. There is API, of course. So on the API, on the Frappe real time, there is an API call. This is I'll close all of this. Close all of this except the hooks. So on the API, okay. So on the Frappe, it's not ERPNext. On the Frappe, there is real time, and the real time there is something called get user info. That is we always use it for to get the user info. Let me see. Just a moment. Real time. Utils, no. Okay, realtime.py. There is a function called get user info. This is we always call. So how I call it, we can call either from the front end on the JavaScript. We can call it using Frappe call, and you can call it from here on this one, where on the postman. So I'll just call it on the postman. So it will be https that is our port number, API method Frappe dot realtime dot get user info. So if I run it, I will get the current user. I have it logged on through Postman, so I am getting it. It's a guest, so it's fine. The point is clear. We are using this whitelisted function to get user info from Frappe. But let's say we want to replace this function and give some dummy data, because we thought that there is a hacker attack or something. So these functions are being used by hackers. So we just want to give some dummy data that to prevent this this hacker from using it. I'm just giving a weird example. This just came to my mind. So you can have, there are so many whitelisted functions are there. Just replace any of this function with the same method, but now I am just putting this, and I am just copying this. Okay, just copying this to where, to our my bank. I'll put on the same. It doesn't matter where you put. You need to put it on the correct path. When you are putting, you need to put it on the correct path. So I'm just putting it here. So here I put new. Okay, it's the same. Everything is same except it's in the new file. So it is like here. I put it here on the mybank. This is just a Python file. It can be any name and any folder. It can be, it's like this. This is I just putting it here. You can just, if the path is correct, it's okay. So instead of the Frappe user session, I am giving it I am a dummy user. Okay, user type. My user type is dummy. Okay. So I put it here like this. Then okay, first I will try to call directly from this my bank. Then we will try to override the other function to get it. So I'll just take it, copy it from here, and it will be like here I am changing it from training. This is our app training, and what was that, my bank, and get user info, right? It's correct, should be correct, and it's giving here. So properly this, I'm a dummy user, my user type is dummy. Fair. Now what happens, the old one, it's still giving guest and null, it's still giving the same one, and this is the new function. But we want the original one to be overridden by this one, so we have to write it here. It's like there is a override whitelist method on this one. I'll just copy it, the example will be there, so I'll just copy it here and comment, and here I will copy the original one. This is the original one, Frappe dot real time user info. So this we will replace with the other one. Let's see that. So what we say, if someone call this real time Frappe, we will replace it with this one. So this is what I'm. So until now, it was giving correct one, the guest one. So I just replaced it, and I am just running it here. Oh no, where is it? Okay, see, now you check this, it is the same one, Frappe real time get user info, not the other one we written, and it's giving dummy user, and my user type is dummy. Why? Because we have overridden the original one. Where it will actually impact, if you have a button or something here, you have assigned, for example, customer list. So here you are making a Frappe call or something here. Let's say you want to view the account ledger in a new format. Here actually you are calling, because we have explained it several times in the past. If you look at here, you can see several of it. These things, it's calling. It's a call. It's a Frappe call. You can see even the code. You can see inside the code also. You can see you are always calling something here, Frappe.call and a method. So each of this button, if you need to replace a call, you can keep the original one, because you cannot change this, but you can this particular thing, if you are calling it here, what you can do on the hooks, you can just put it here. If you want to put more than one, you can put it here. Then you can put which function you want to replace. So you are putting the same button, you press the same button, but the call will be different, and it will go to the different one. So that's another type of overriding. There are multiple type of overridings are there. So now we have covered override and extends, and we put it on both Python and API, and there is another override. Many type of overrides are there. I will come with another video that explain how JavaScript are overridden, because there are already written JavaScript on the functions like ERPNext Replacing and all. We need to replace it sometimes. So that also, then there is some Jinja override also. there are event override. There are some other things that I will explain in the next one. So thanks for watching. We will meet in the next one.